Hey everybody, welcome back to GreatChow.wordpress.com. This is Jason and welcome to Rome, Italy. We're here in Rome, Italy making our Roman style 3-pound Mega Meatball. This is a monstrosity. This recipe, ancient Roman warriors used to fight over, but they're all dead. But the recipe lives with me, and now I'm going to share it with you. So this Mega Meatball is going to be pressure cooked inside of our Instant Pot pressure cooker for 35 minutes, and then after that time is up, we're going to let it sit on low for an additional 10. Take it out, put a little extra red sauce on top, and then we're going to hit it hard with the Parmesan cheese, some parsley, and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. You're absolutely going to love it. What's also special about this is we're going to fill it with pillars of mozzarella cheese, reminiscent of ancient Roman structure. It's going to create reservoirs of cheese all through the meatball. It's going to be awesome. So let's get to the meatball. To begin the meatball construction process, we combine 3/4 of a cup of Italian seasoned breadcrumbs with 1/3 cup whole milk. We stir that up and we allow it to sit for 5 minutes so that the breadcrumbs soften up. 5 minutes are up, we add 1/2 cup of white onion, 1 jumbo egg, 1/2 cup grated Parmesan cheese, 1 teaspoon chopped jarred garlic, 1/4 cup fresh parsley. Then we add 1.5 pounds of ground beef, 85%. Also add in our 1 pound of sweet fennel sausage. What I do is now I begin to mix. Okay, I use a folding technique. The folding technique ensures that I incorporate all of my ingredients. See, when you fold, you get a nice light fluffy mixture, which will ensure that you get a nice fluffy meatball. After the meatball mixture is made, we need to make sure that we have our steam rack that came with Instant Pot, because once our Mega Meatball is formed, this is what we're going to set it on, and this is what we're going to submerge it into our sweet tomato basil sauce on. I've also made about 6 pillars of mozzarella cheese. Okay, this is what's going to go into our Mega Meatball to cause reservoirs of that mozzarella cheese. Okay, I made it from a block of mozz. Alright, so I have that available. So what we do is we go into our meatball mixture, okay, and now we need to form our base. Okay, so just go around and make a really nice base. Okay, about that thick, about 1 inch thick. Okay, it's like a big, huge hamburger. Okay, and we just set that down on a plate. We put some of our pillars of mozzarella cheese. Okay, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Then we go back in, we make our second layer, okay? And then we set that right up on top. We close our gaps. We work it around to make a nice meatball, okay? Perfect. Okay, nice meatball. Then we put some more pillars of mozzarella cheese in there. Look at that. I can see history written in this meatball. Go back in, grab the last of our meatball mixture, close it up, work the sides. Move that out of the way a little bit so we can see what's happening. Close up the gaps, work that meatball, making a nice meatball. Work the sides, close them up. After the meatball is formed, look at that. Nice big meatball. You put out your rack, pop it on the rack. Perfect. Now you've got a big Mega Meatball to submerge in your sweet tomato basil sauce. Let's go do that. Alright everybody, let's begin this sweet basil red sauce. So we begin by turning our Instant Pot onto saute. We're going to let that get hot. It's going to read hot. Then we begin adding our ingredients. Instant Pot reads hot now. Now we start sauteing. We begin by using 2 tablespoons extra virgin olive oil, After about 10 seconds, we add in our teaspoon of garlic, half a cup onion, teaspoon tomato paste, teaspoon kosher salt. We give about 2 minutes to our tomato paste, onions, and garlic. So this way the onions start getting translucent, breaking down, freeing some of those sugars. And now we add Cabernet Sauvignon. This is the red wine. We are going to allow, smells delicious. We're going to allow the alcohol to burn off and reduce a little bit, so we are left with the deep fruity remnants of the wine, which will definitely give us the depth of flavor that we're looking for. Give it a nice stir. Look at that beautiful color so far. Now we're adding 2 28-ounce cans of crushed tomatoes with basil. Once you add the 2 cans of tomato sauce, give a really good stir, because you want that saute of the garlic and the onions and the tomato paste to incorporate into your sauce. Okay? Once you give a stir, throw in half a cup of grated Parmesan cheese, 1/3 cup sugar, 1/3 cup sweet fresh basil, teaspoon onion salt, tablespoon dry parsley, 3 bay leaves. Alright, so give a stir. Give a stir. Look at how beautiful that looks. You get the bottom because there's so many flavors that have been sauteed initially. Since we are pressure cooking and the thing that creates our steam for pressure is water, we need to make sure that we have enough water. So we need to add 1 cup of filtered water. Okay? That will create enough steam to create the pressure that we need. Alright, now that our sweet tomato basil sauce is bubbly, we're going to reserve some of our sauce. I will add it right back when I submerge our meatball. Okay, now it's time to submerge our Mega Meatball. Okay, nice and slow. Nice and slow. Beautiful. Now that our meatball is back in, we just add our sweet tomato basil sauce back. We lock our lid into place. Put it on the seal position. Okay, now that our Roman Mega Meatball is in the pressure cooker and our lid is in the locked position and the venting is in the sealed position, we're going to turn the pressure cooker off, and then we're going to put it on to the pressure cooking settings. High pressure, we are going to dial up to 35 minutes. Once the 35 minutes are up, it's going to go to the keep warm, low cycle. We're going to go up 10 minutes. Once that's done, we're going to vent our pressure cooker, and then we're going to reveal and take out our Roman Mega Meatball. Alright everybody, the 35 minutes is up, and then it went to the low cycle, and then we went up 10 minutes. Now it's time to vent. Everybody, reveal time. Let's see what we have done. Ah, yeah, look at that beautiful Mega Meatball. I can see the cheese just flowing out. Ah, this is beautiful. All right, before I extract it, I'm going to let it sit for about a minute or two to let that excess steam come up, and then we'll extract it. Okay, so I let about a minute go by, so now it's time to get our Mega Meatball out. So I'll go in with like a piece of, 2 pieces of ripped paper towel, just so I can get a handle on our steam rack. Okay, and then I just lift. Just be conscious that it's hot in there, and our steam rack rocks. Okay, look at that. I see the mozzarella just coming right out. It's a beautiful meatball. So I'll just take it and I'll put it on our plate that I have right on the side. Okay, now that our Mega Meatball is out, it's a good idea to go into your sauce, and then on the very top is oil that came out of our Mega Meatball. Okay, you're gonna want to go in with a ladle and remove some of those oils, because you don't want your sauce to be too oily. Okay, you want to be left with a nice, rich, delicious tomato basil sauce. Okay, you don't have to be perfect, but it's a good idea to get some of that out. Okay, now that our oils are out, now we give a nice big stir, okay? You're gonna wanna take a nice slotted spoon, okay, and start giving a nice stir. I wanna get to the very bottom of the pot because there are so many delicious flavors down there, okay? And you're gonna wanna bring them up to the top. Okay, I let the meatballs relax for about a minute or two, okay? And I'll just go in here with a spatula, and then I will just bring it to my serving plate. Alright, so now it's time to finish our Mega Meatball off. I go in, I take some of my sweet tomato basil sauce and I put some of that up on top. Okay, I also laid down some linguine. You could use linguine, spaghetti, some fettuccine if you like. Okay, and then you put down some of your sweet tomato basil sauce. Okay, I've got my favorite grated Parmesan and I have our parsley. Okay, and then I put some of that grated Parmesan up on top. Alright, beautiful. It gets all nice and melty because our sauce is nice and hot. Beautiful, beautiful. Some of that on our spaghetti, our linguine, fettuccine, whatever you're using. Some of our dried parsley. Okay, it's absolutely a beautiful, beautiful Mega Meatball. Look at that. Alright, so there you have it, our Roman style 3-pound Mega Cheesy Meatball. It's an absolute monstrosity of a meatball. It's got that wow factor. Anyone who has ever made it has always been impressed, never fails. Our sweet tomato basil red sauce complements our Mega Meatball and our pasta perfectly. You're absolutely gonna love it. So I'm going to conclude here in beautiful Rome, Italy. I just want to say thank you for joining me and keep it fresh and keep it wonderful in your kitchen. If you're watching this video on YouTube, I've incorporated the link to GreatChow.wordpress.com below in the description area for easy access for the recipes and directions for this amazing meal. Also, if you like this video, thumbs up, subscribe, comment. I would love for you to be a part of my cooking community and my cooking channel. Always feel free to share this video with somebody that you know would appreciate it. And this is Maximize Deliciousness. I'm Great Chow Jay, and this is Great Chow. Thank you for joining me for the Roman style 3-pound Mega Cheesy Meatball. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. If you want, you can make your own. Just go to GreatChow.wordpress.com.
It's just so juicy.